They are the #1 seed, Notre Dame Saints. And the Oro Valley Wolverines, the #2 seed, battling here today for Division II supremacy. As we welcome you into beautiful sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, and Firebird Stadium on the campus of Chaparral High School. It's the Division II state championship between the 11-2 Oro Valley Wolverines and the 12-1 Notre Dame Saints. I'm Jeff Lowry. Welcome to APN Sports. Of course, the Wolverines, a great program. They started out 4 years ago, and they were 0-12 in their first year, and they've come a long ways to get to this state championship game. You look at Notre Dame, led by, you saw Carter Freerichs, one of the top goalies. Well, this is a team that is now making their third appearance in the finals over the last 4 seasons. We had a chance to talk to both head coaches here tonight. Oro Valley Wolverine head coach Tom Carr in his 4th year with the program, and Nick Protopopov with Notre Dame, 2 of the best head coaches in Division II play.
Well, this is a long time coming. We started 4 years ago. Our team started out 0-12. We have 15 seniors out of 17 players this year. This is a culmination of 4 years of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears everybody has put into it. We played Notre Dame. They gave us our first loss of the season. We played them the first game of the year. We lost 10-3. So we're hoping that results are different this year. We think we have the defense that can match up with them. Hopefully our midfields will be able to ride herd on their star attack or their star midfielders. We think they're both goalies are very good. Carter Freerichs from Notre Dame is one of the best goalies in the state. We believe our goalie, Andrew Markowitz, is right there with him. So we don't have the scores that they do. They don't have the points, I should say, as opposed to the numbers. We both have about 7 or 8 guys that have double digits scoring. And we think it's going to be a very competitive game, very evenly matched. And it's going to be a fun one to watch. Win or lose, we're really proud of our guys. And it's going to be fun.
Well, we're back to the state championships. This is our my third time in 4 years here. We have a strong team this year, probably the most balanced team that we've had. We had a couple of additions from that moved over here from out of state to kind of balance us out. We've got a lot of strong seniors that have played all 4 years for me. Looking for a great game. Tom Carr has built up a real good program at Oro Valley. Very competitive, so we're looking forward to a real good game.
Comments from both head coaches, Tom Carr of the Wolverines and, of course, Nick Protopopov from the Notre Dame Saints, as they will battle for the Division II state championship here. And we're getting set for the player introductions. We're going to send it down to the field with the public address announcer.
For the Oro Valley Wolverines, at attack, number 3, Austin Smith. Number 19, Mike Collins. Number 27, Chris Ginn. At midfield, number 12, Manny Juarez. Number 28, Brian Edwards. Number 23, Skylar Dowdle. At defense, number 2, Robbie Emons. Yeah. Number 29, Sean Coney. Yeah. Number 50, Lucas Henkel. Yeah. And the goalie, number 40, Andrew Markowitz. Seniors playing in their final game tonight for the Wolverines, number 10, Justin Olson. Number 33, Cody Parrish. Number 26, Aaron Knoll. Number 55, Kevin Kelly. And number 51, goalie Luke Post. Oro Valley is coached by Tom Carr. Starting tonight for the home team, Notre Dame Prep Saints. At attack, number 2, Zach Mastro. Number 21, Corey Jones. Number 48, Connor Coper. At midfield, number 7, Ben Gassman. Number 15, Cody Jones. Number 23, Matt Carpenter. At defense, number 18, Trevor Reckwell. Number 24, Bailey Jones. Number 36, Parker Barr. And the goalie, number 0, Carter Freericks. Seniors playing tonight for Notre Dame. Number 1, Connor McCloskey. Number 3, Alexander Nethers. Number 31, Stephen Casaselli. Number 42, Brett Berry. And number 49, Kevin Loud. And the head coach for Notre Dame Prep, Nick Protopokov. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national welcome. Chaparral High School seniors Lawrence Nima and Marina Sampson.
All right, it's the 1-seeded Notre Dame against the 2-seed Oro Valley Wolverines. And our game today is being brought to you by our athlete recruitment films. We have assisted Arizona athletes to over $30 million in scholarship offers. Check us out at apnvideo.com for more. We'd like to welcome you back here to Chaparral's Firebird Stadium, Chaparral High School in Scottsdale, on a blustery late afternoon. Of course, the opening face-off scheduled for 6 o'clock. The 2-seeded Oro Valley Wolverines, 11-2. Notre Dame, the number 1 seed in the light uniforms. They are 12-1 coming in, making their 3rd appearance in the finals over the last 4 years. And featuring 2 of the finest goalies, Carter Freericks for Notre Dame, and right on cue, Andrew Markowitz, number 40, the junior goalie for Oro Valley. The opening face-off, a matchup between Manny Juarez, number 12, and for the Notre Dame prep team, number 15, midfielder Cody Jones. So we're set to go to kick off this championship evening here in Scottsdale. APN Sports and the Arizona Youth Lacrosse League. And here's the opening face-off as they battle at midfield, kicked by Jones as they get it into the offensive half of the Notre Dame prep, but it's Oro Valley coming up with the opening face-off, and this game is underway. So a good job of persevering on that opening face-off, and you're getting a look at Robbie Emons, and he gets harassed at midfield. Outstanding ground ball by Skylar Dowdle. The senior midfielder had 75 ground balls this season. Tried to center this one out front, but couldn't get it to go. Loose ball, and we're going to get a stop and play here, and it'll be Oro Valley's ball. First quarter action, no score. Oro Valley in the dark uniforms, a dark blue with the, looks like maybe a light or a beige or a yellow trim. Austin Smith, 3rd leading scorer this year for the Wolverines, and now gives it up over on the far side. And now the Wolverines looking to work out of X on a beautiful, a little bit warm. We're still in that 90 degrees, probably low 90s here at our 6 o'clock game time start. Here's the Wolverines wanting to dodge, wanting to attack that goal area. Looked like there was an opportunity there for Dowdle, but he passed it up, and that was some good defense inside. Parker Bard, who does a great job for this Notre Dame team, along with Bailey Jones. And the loose ball is going to be, well, it was created by the play, the defense of Ben Gassman, who is going to clear it and pass it up ahead, and a diving shot by Connor Coper. How about that? A spectacular goal to start the game, and it's 1-0 with 10:25 left to go here in the first period. Boy, a spectacular play by Ben Gassman. He started it with the tremendous hit, dislodging the ball from the offensive player, and then he got a support pass, a beautiful clear, a perfect pass, and what a job finishing by Connor Coper, who had 63 goals this year, and he finishes second in the AYLL in that category. So it's 1-0 here, just under 10 minutes left to play. First quarter action. Notre Dame with the early 1-0 lead. They do a good job of getting that ball into the offensive half. Connor McCloskey, who did not get the start, is now in. Zach Mastro, number 2. They'll work it to the far side, to the left of the crease. Notre Dame, as we mentioned, 3 finals appearances in the last 4 seasons, but looking for their first ever state championship. Nethers had that one broken up. They'll try to pick it up. Corey Jones. And a good job, good stick skills, results in a shot here, close, left side of the crease. And Oro Valley will control things with Andrew Markowitz, their goaltender. Get it over to Robbie Emons. Emons with a long pass. Up ahead, and the shot by Brian Edwards is no good. Well, good job of moving the ball. Even though they didn't get the shot to go, they did a great job of moving the ball upfield and doing it very quickly, and that was a great opportunity. But Notre Dame's got tremendous speed, and they are swarming around the crease. And this is going to be Oro Valley's ball, so a good job right there by Sean Koenig, who led the team. He's a team captain in his senior year. He's a defenseman. As Justin Olson, one of their top scorers, checks back into the lineup. Koenig, with 112 ground balls, led the Wolverines in 2011. Cody Parrish, he had 66 ground balls and a very important part of their team, especially in transition. And this one broken up nicely, and Notre Dame's defense rising to the occasion, and that's Bailey Jones, and he wants to clear it for the Saints, and he does. A great job by Bailey Jones, one of the 3 defensemen out there. Here's a centering pass. The shot is good. Corey Jones got a great feed from the right side, and he takes it to the house. And with 8:02 left to play here, first quarter action. It's the Saints, the number 1 seed, and representing the home team, leading it 2-0. Now under 8 minutes left to play. They battle at midfield. This is one of the best parts of lacrosse, when you get that big scrum going. You got 6 or 7 guys battling for the ball. You got some hard hitting going on. That's an outstanding play by Bailey Jones, but then he promptly throws it away, and Oro Valley comes up with the possession. Here's Cody Parrish, his second ground ball of the day, quickly gets rid of it. And you can see that Notre Dame speed on defense really paying off with the defense and the midfield. Trevor Recker. And Reckel will throw this one away. So Oro Valley will restart. Skylar Dowdle, the senior midfielder. Work it over to the far side. And this ball picked up. Nice play. 28, Brian Edwards taking it all the way in. Had it broken up at the last instant. I think that was Cody Jones that may have broke that one up, number 15. 2-0 Notre Dame. We're in the first quarter, and another Notre Dame turnover. And this time it's Sean Koenig who leads the team in ground balls. The quick pass up front, unable to handle it, was Mike Collins. I think Collins would have had a point-blank shot at that goal had he come up with that one cleanly, and then the ground ball belongs to Notre Dame. Broken up, but unable to hold on to it was Parker Barr, and a sensational play by senior defenseman Sean Koenig. So Mike Collins, the other captain, along with Chris Jen, Sean Koenig, and Lucas Henkel, the 4 captains. for Oro Valley. Oro Valley trailing 2-0. First quarter action. The Wolverines with the possession. And now taking his eye off the ball was Skylar Dowdle, and he'll pick it up. They're going to give this Wolverines offense the long shots. They're not going to give up anything in close. They're going to utilize that tremendous speed as we talked about. Olsen working out of X here for the Wolverines. They trail it 2-0. Under 6 minutes left to play here, first quarter action. Crowd looking for something to cheer about here as they've kind of gotten quiet here at Chaparral's Firebird Stadium. Wolverines made it to the semifinals last year, only to lose to the eventual champs. Here's a great look out front. And Olsen, I don't know if somebody got a handle on his stick, but it took a weird bounce on him, and then they got a second opportunity and couldn't convert, but they get the ball right back. So the Wolverines have put a lot of pressure, at least on the goal area, not enough pressure on Carter Freebricks, though. And you can credit that Notre Dame defense for that. Manning up on the Wolverine with the ball, and every time they've taken a shot, it has been contested. Now working left of the crease, Mike Collins, a very dangerous player. He had 60 ground balls and 50 points. The 50 points was the tops on the Wolverine team this year. Olsen looking for some help. Gets it over to Chris Jen, the senior attackman. They got to get him going here soon. And we got to stop and play here. And a timeout by the Wolverines, which has been a very long possession so far. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Oro Valley trailing Notre Dame 2-0 as the Saints come back onto the field. So Oro Valley will restart. Far side. Skylar Dowdle, number 23. Give it up. Still looking for their first points of the contest. Austin Smith has it left of the crease. Now works around X, gets it around the crease. It has an open man, and on the right side couldn't get it quite to go. Well, that was a great look by the Wolverines. And they continue to own possession. Olsen back up to X. Wolverines have shown good stick play here. They have shown that good vision overall. They made some great passes, but every time they try to pull the trigger on a shot, there's a Notre Dame Saint defender right in their face. And now the Wolverines finally turn the ball over and give it back up to the Notre Dame Saints, a 12-1 team coming in. Long pass broken up, and I'll tell you right now, Notre Dame has done subpar performance in taking care of the ball. They've turned the ball over about 5 times already, and that has given Oro Valley you talk about a time possession with the ball, and they have definitely dominated. As pulling the trigger here is Brian Edwards, and Carter Freebricks comes up with a fine save there, maintaining this 2-0 lead for Notre Dame. First quarter action as we approach the 2-minute mark, and a pretty nice clear by the Saints here. Work it around, point-blank range, and what a tremendous save by Markowitz. Well, the Saints had a golden opportunity, started by Copper, and then the shot was a little low as they tried to go bottom shelf, and Andrew Markowitz deflected it and went flying out of bounds. Notre Dame in possession, led by Alexander Nethers. Great swim move to dodge the shot. It's no good. Nick Clark, an outstanding job. 20 ground balls, 19 goals this year for the attackman who is in there now for the Saints, who lead at 2-0, first quarter action. Saints 2, Wolverines nothing. Here's the dodge. Nethers has it broken up from behind. Lucas Henkel, the senior captain and defenseman. But the infraction is going against the Wolverines. The Saints will get it on the reset. 13 is Nick Clark. Here's Alexander Nethers, who got a lot of playing time in that championship game last year. Pulls the trigger and finds the promised land. Alexander Nethers. 3-0 in favor of Notre Dame with 1 minute and 38 seconds left to play. First quarter action. Boy, Nethers really pulled the trigger, quickly on that one, and pretty far out. So now the Wolverines must start to get some success here on offense. Aaron with a nice clear and a great pass, and it results in a Michael Collins goal. They really needed that one, no question about it. And the senior captain comes through, cutting the deficit to 2 at 3-1. So it all started with the senior Aaron Noel. Ground ball and a face-off win. Outstanding job, and now it's going to go back over to Notre Dame. On the restart, Dugan Dwyer. Now Notre Dame may want to run out the clock here in the first quarter. We're under a minute left to play. So Mike Collins comes through. He led the team in points this year. Good interior defensive play by the Wolverines. Markowitz, long pass, and losing his footing on the far side was Manny Juarez, one of the senior midfielders. So the Saints will take possession of the ball. One thing I've noticed about the Saints, they show tremendous patience on offense. Here's a shot, and a great save by Markowitz. Did he save the next one? No, he did not. And the Saints build up the lead back to 3. So Will Scola is on the board, and that makes it 4-1. 25 seconds left to play here in the first. So they have had 4 different players score here today. Oro Valley winning these face-offs, doing a pretty good job in that category. As we wind down quarter number 1 of this Division II state championship game. And that's going to do it. It was all Notre Dame. They lead it 4-1 at the end of 1 period of play, and we'll be back on APN in just a moment from Scottsdale, Arizona. Well, it's just a beautiful sun-splash evening here at Chaparral's Firebird Stadium, home of the Chaparral Firebirds, who ironically will be hosting the nightcap against the Brophy Broncos. It'll be Brophy and Chaparral, one of the great rivalries in the Division I state championship game immediately following this D2 game. And currently the Notre Dame Prep Saints out of Scottsdale, Arizona leads it 4-1, looking for their first state championship in their school history in the lacrosse program. And of course, Oro Valley also looking for their first ever lacrosse state championship. Right now, Oro Valley needs some points, and the shot by Brian Edwards is no good. Edwards has been active, but again, it seems like every time there is a shot taken by the Wolverines in this game, it has been attested by the defense of this Notre Dame Prep team. There's been a stick-on-stick, and it looked like that might have been the case on that last shot there by Brian Edwards. The Wolverines have been getting good. I mean, they're shooting from some great high percentage locations on the field. And this one is going to be picked off by Bailey Jones, and Jones has made some outstanding plays on defense so far. And look at that move, and this clear will put Notre Dame into their offensive half, and setting up a great look out front by Nethers, and the save by Andrew Markowitz. So Markowitz continues to be impressive here in the early stages of this 2011 Arizona Youth Lacrosse League Division II State Championship game. Oro Valley walking it up. Markowitz looking for an open man, and now will cross over and then come back. And we're going to get, it looks like, an offsides against Oro Valley. So there might have been some indecision. No, this is offsides maybe on Notre Dame. We lead at 4-1 here in the first, and the Wolverines, and that's just a fact there, a matter of Chris Jen looking away, taking his eye off the ball, and that will result in a Wolverine turnover. And the Saints may have just turned it back over. A great save over there, but they turn it over anyway. And an excellent ground ball by Manny Juarez. Juarez has it broken up nicely. A sensational defense. Well, it's really hard to read those numbers with the sun glaring. Outstanding drive, and the result is a score. Chris Jen is on the board, cutting the lead in half to 4-2. So Chris Jen unassisted with 9:41 left to go here in the second period of play, and it's now a 4-2 lead. And so far, Oro Valley has done a little better on these face-offs. They officially win this one. Markowitz up ahead on the lead pass, and this one's going to go all the way into the offensive end of the field. And let's see who's going to come up with this ground ball. It is going to be Notre Dame, and now Ben Gassman will try to clear it out for the Saints. With 60 points, 60 ground balls, and 38 points this year. Cody Jones gets it back to Gassman. And really outstanding balanced scoring for head coach of the Saints, Nick Protopopov. Saints lead at 4-2, second quarter action. We are under 9 minutes left to play here in the first half. This is Jones with the ball. Picked up defensively by midfielder Brian Edwards. Or Aaron Noel, I guess. And now a great spin move by Zach Mastro, only to have it broken up. Eamons, and the eventual ground ball by Aaron. Aaron trying to clear it, bouncing off Saints players. And a great clear for the Wolverines. And now working from left of the crease. The ball comes loose. Who wants it? It's Notre Dame, and a clutch ground ball by Ben Gassman. Got a whistle, a stop in play here, and timeout Notre Dame. They lead at 4-2 here with 8:10 left to play, first half action. All right, back here at Chaparral's Firebird Stadium, Division II State Championship. 4-2 lead for the Saints. They've got it. They'll work this one out of X. They got an open man out in front of the crease. Couldn't get it to him, but Jones corralled it and saved the possession with the ground ball. Now Gassman. Gassman's going to work it out front again. Here's Jones. Jones, the midfielder. Second on the team in scoring. Over to Tyler McShane, who's checked into the lineup here for the Notre Dame Saints. Now Gassman working right of the crease. Pulls the trigger on the shot, and another save by Markowitz. He's had a very good first half, the Wolverines goaltender. Does a good job of evading the defender and gets it upfield quickly. Now the Wolverines looking to attack. Great defense by Matt Carpenter, the midfielder. Ground ball picked up by Carpenter. He wants to clear it, the long stick midfielder. So not only did he make the play on defense, but now he almost threw it away. Gassman looking. See if he'll go with that big left. Nope, they may work this one out of X, and they do. Second quarter action, Saints lead 4-2. D-2 championship game here on APN Sports. Connor Coper, a very dangerous scorer. He was number one on the team in scoring this year, one more than Corey Jones, and I'm talking about number 48, Connor Coper. Bottom shelf shot, He got it to go somehow, someway. Cody Jones. Boy, that was impressive. That was a low-riding shot that makes it 5-1. As we approach the halfway point of the second period, ground ball won by the Saints. Unofficially, I got Oro Valley 5, Saints 3 on the face-offs. Well, that was a ground-hugging shot by Cody Jones. I don't think I've seen a shot like that all season long. I've seen guys go bottom shelf, but not to that degree and from that far out. Big ground ball. Robbie Emons with a clear for the Wolverines. Emons. Right side. Skylar Dowdle, 20-75 ground balls. Tries to give it up. Here's Austin Smith being harassed in X. And Parker Barr with some great defense. I don't know if I saw a penalty there, but I thought that was pretty good defense. The Wolverines will restart it. They are 11-2 coming in. Mentioned they were in the semifinals last year as a 5 seed. And really gave Catalina Foothill some fits, who would become the eventual champs. Well, that was almost a disastrous pass that time. Austin Smith battling, and did he throw it away? It's a loose ball, and the ground ball picked up by Nick Clark, and now he throws it away. Friedrichs couldn't quite catch up to it. So here in the second quarter, the Wolverines, who have really dominated time of possession. That's a stat that we're not keeping up here, but time of possession doesn't always mean you're on the right side of the scoreboard. Boy, this Notre Dame defense, they just seem to, in terms of stick skills on defense, and the midfielders, they're very quick as Nick Clark comes up with a long clear for the Saints, who lead it 5-2 here. They battle on the near side. Saints ball under the 5-minute mark. Timeout on the field. And the Saints are going to call another timeout, their second of the first half. It's 5-2 Notre Dame with 4:13 left to play. Notre Dame has had 5 different players score for them in this first half. The Wolverines, can they get the possession here? They need a big ground ball, and they are going to get it by Lucas Henkel. I'm not sure where Henkel's going. He lost his momentum, lost the ball, picked it up is the Wolverines, and I think we're going to get a timeout here. I thought for a moment the Wolverines were going to call timeout, maybe to try to save that possession, but that was not the case. Reckel will return the possession here for the Notre Dame Saints. And this is Friedrichs, who throws it away to the far side. Trying to hook up with Connor McCloskey. There is Tom Carr, the head coach of the Oro Valley Wolverines, and you heard Coach Nick's comments of Notre Dame prior to the contest, and truly Tom has done a sensational job. And in just the 4th year, they are in the state championships. Now they're going to have to play some defense in this championship game, and they can't do it. And the score belongs to Corey Jones, his second, and it is now 6-2 in favor of the Saints. Of course, both teams looking for their first ever state championship. 3:15 left to play here in the second quarter. I think if you're the Wolverines, you can ill afford to fall any further behind with this high-powered offense of Notre Dame. The Wolverines will get it back here, so they get a face-off victory there. They have held the ball much more than Notre Dame has when the Wolverines have been on offense. That time of possession, they have won a majority of the face-offs here, but good midfield and interior defense by the Saints have really paid off. And we've seen some good play by both goalies, including Friedrichs with a nice save there as he deflects that one out of bounds. 6-2 Saints on defense. They have the lead here in this Division II state championship game. Under 2 minutes left to go here, first half. I appreciate that fine defense out front by Reckel. Here's a shot, and Carter comes up large again with another Saints save in goal. As we close in on the 1 minute mark here in the first.
2 minutes.
We'll check that 2 minutes. 2 minutes left to play. And we got a stop and play here. And Oro Valley's going to get the ball back. I think if you're Tom Carr, I think you'd be happy if you can just squeeze in another goal here. You'll go in, lick your wounds at the halftime and the intermission, and a 6-3 score doesn't look all that bad. But you got to take care of the ball right now, and you cannot afford to fall any further down going into halftime, which is about a minute and a half away. Wolverines trying to create. And again, just great stick play on defense, and another fine defensive play by Bailey Jones. Jones with an outstanding clear, quickly up to Cody Jones. Jones has scored the last 2 goals for the Notre Dame Saints. Gets a good pass right of the crease. They work it around, and it paid off as Ben Gassman finds the promised land. So Ben Gassman with 1:02 left to go here has extended the lead to 7-2. Now the Wolverines. And again, it was a great stick play on defense by Notre Dame. The ball goes out of bounds, and the Saints can pretty much kill the clock here. Quickly upfield, and this is Jack Ittel, or Ittel. Jack Ittel with an outstanding midfield clear for the Saints. Zach Mastro, centering pass, and there is a flag down on the play. This is a push on the defense of the Wolverines, and so the Saints will restart it with Ittel. Jack Ittel on the restart. 20 seconds left to play. Ittel working it straight ahead, looking for an open shot. He's got a little space there. He gets bumped, and the ball comes loose. Outstanding defense by Sean Koenig as we wind down the first half of this Division II state championship. And we'll be back in just a moment. As the Notre Dame Saints, with tremendous balance on offense and swarming defense, and right now they take a halftime lead of 7-2. Welcome back to Notre Dame and Oro Valley Division II state championship game from Firebird Stadium. And we're getting set to start the second half. A 7-2 lead for Notre Dame. They got a couple of goals from Corey Jones and balanced scoring in that first half, and they lead 7-2. But the faceoffs have been dominated so far by the Wolverines, and now of the 11 faceoffs that we have had, they have controlled it 8 of the 11 times. So a strong third quarter is a must here for the Wolverines, especially on offense. Let's see if they can get it going here, as both teams are trying to win their first ever schools state championship at Lacrosse. Third quarter action, 7-2 Notre Dame. They come out in the lighter uniforms. Here's a dodge, here's the drive. They lose it. The good defense continues close to that net by the Notre Dame Saints as Nethers battles. He had a goal in that first half back in the first period. Notre Dame will control the ball as they try to get it out of their own defensive half here at Chaparral High School. Matt Carpenter battles for Notre Dame on the far side. And finally, the Saints come up with the possession. Zach Mastro, 27 ground balls, 44 points, and an assist in this championship game to Alexander Nethers, his second of the night. And it is now 8-2 with a little more than 10 minutes left to play. So they continue to pour it on and now have built up a 6-point lead here in the third period. We might have a slashing here against the Saints. Injured player down. Word from the sideline of the Oro Valley Wolverines, and they will be without the services of senior midfielder Cody Parrish, at a vital part of their transition game. But they're going to be in the man advantage here and a golden opportunity to get a point up there on the board. Scored only twice in the first 24 minutes of play. And they're going to score for the third time. Driving, dodging, and scoring from the right side, Austin Smith to cut it to a 5-point lead. Smith scoring for the first time, so 3 different scores here tonight for the Wolverines. So the lead cut from 8-2 to 8-3. We're under the 10-minute mark here in the third period. And that was just an absolutely huge goal there for the Wolverines. You had the sense if they did not come up with a score, especially in the man up, that it might be a long second half for the Wolverines. But this is a team that has a lot of guts. They don't give up. This is a team that Tom Carr, I know he is extremely proud of. He told me that before the game here tonight. And this is a team, I don't care how far down they're going to get, they're going to continue to battle. And here's a good battle here. Chris Ginn, excellent defense. Collins tried to get the ground ball, and now it's a 50-50 ball. And it is corralled by Connor Coper. No, it's not. Saints have it. And they're going to throw it away. Third quarter action. The Saints of Notre Dame Prep lead at 8-3. Copper harassing the goalie, Andrew Markowitz. And the end result might be a turnover. Let's see if they can save it. They do. Good job by Oro Valley. And then getting it into the offensive half. Well, that was a gutsy pass and a great job of corralling it. Now they'll center it. It was knocked down and stolen away by Trevor Reckel. A big-time defensive play. Reckel, one of the top defenders in Division II. Quickly up ahead, Nick Clark. Clark, right of the crease, and shooting and missing is Corey Jones, who scored back in the first. He has 2 goals to lead everyone in tonight's contest. And Corey Jones has the ball. He had 62 points. Other players have scored for Notre Dame. Nethers. Well, Nethers has 2 also. Great save by Markowitz. And then he throws it right into the face of Connor McCloskey. McCloskey will set it up for Notre Dame in the offensive half. Notre Dame leads it 8-2. So Corey Jones and Nethers both with 2 goals apiece. Cody Jones, Gassman, Scola, and Comper have also scored for the Notre Dame Prep Saints. Collins, Ginn, and Smith for Oro Valley. Collins and Ginn. It sounds like an adult beverage. And this one is thrown away to the far side. 7:15 left to play. 8-3 Notre Dame. May very well be a quarter and maybe a little more than a quarter and a half of regulation away from winning their first ever state championship in lacrosse. And a great effort on that back line. And it's an end result, Sean Koenig forcing a turnover. Wolverines need a score. Jeff Lowry with you from Chaparral's Firebird Stadium. It has been all Notre Dame so far. We mentioned that Oro Valley has I mean, that first half, they controlled the ball on offense in time of possession in their offensive half. I mean, I would imagine it was close to 2-to-1 ratio. And they dominated the faceoffs too at 7-3. But trailed at the half 7-2. A score here could give them some momentum, and the shot is no good by Justin Olson. Oro Valley will get it on the restart. Austin Smith with the quick restart. Third quarter action, 8-3 Notre Dame. Inside of 6 minutes here, third quarter action. I'll tell you, the Wolverines taking a shot here, and Carter with another save. Another fine play and goal, and the ground ball, Ben Gassman. He had 60 ground balls coming in to today's game. He'll pick it up. He lost it. Let's see if Smith goes over and harasses him, and it was nearly thrown away. And Reckel, a good job, that long stick midfielder, or rather defenseman, was able to corral it and get it up into the Wolverines' half of the field. There's 28, Brian Edwards, one of the senior midfielders. So Oro Valley gets the benefit of the call, and they get the possession. They trail by 5, and they need a couple of quick scores here to get back into this game. Still got a lot of lacrosse left to play here. Here's the dodge, and they'll work it back out. They thought about taking a long shot on that right side, but elected to pull it out, and here's Schuyler trying to work some of his magic. Good defense on the far side. Matt Carpenter is number 23 for the Saints, who are in those beige uniforms with the purple trim. Oro Valley with the dark uniforms, the dark blue, I'm assuming. And here's a dodge by Schuyler, and he'll take the shot. Boy, he was left unabated. And a little surprised that the Notre Dame defense broke down that much. But Dowdle becomes the fourth different Wolverine to score in this contest, and that cuts it to 8-4, and they get the face-off win. Well, they've done a sensational job there. Aaron shaking and baking, and then he loses it. And we're going to get an infraction here. This is going against Corey Jones. I think was that an unsportsmanlike conduct? I didn't quite see the official's call. Man advantage for the Wolverines, and they can't get it to go. 3:45 left to play. They'll restart it after taking the shot. Work it out of X. Smith over to the right side, right of the goal. Up top, Mike Collins, their leading scorer, and he goes bottom shelf, and he has found the back of the net. Collins comes up with a big-time goal, and it's a 8-5 lead, and the Wolverines starting to climb back in. They're starting to believe. Another face-off. It comes out, and it will be controlled by Kevin Kelly. And Kelly will bring it up. Right left side, Collins, who just scored for the Wolverines. Actually, that is Collins' second goal, and 4 different Wolverines have scored here tonight. Collins, Jen, Smith, Dowdle, and of course Collins has scored 2, including the goal a moment ago to pull the Wolverines to within 3 at 8-5. You're watching the Division II State Championship on APN Sports. The 2-seeded Wolverines out of Oro Valley, Tucson. Notre Dame Prep out of Scottsdale, the number 1 seed. The Wolverines 11-2. Big-time defensive play, physical play by Schuyler Dowdle. And a great pass to Edwards. He shoots and denied by Carter Freericks. They're going to give it back to the Wolverines. Well, the crowd's starting to make some noise now. They were quiet there for a while, but now that the Wolverines have pulled to within 3, we may have a championship game on our hands. Here's the dodge, the shot. It is no good. Picked up in X by Smith. He saves the possession. Here's Chris Jen. Back to X, out top, and I think Carter may have saved it with his right leg. And it's going to be Notre Dame's ball. Boy, what a tremendous save by Carter Freericks at point-blank range, denying the shot, denying the goal, and now the Saints will quickly bring it up over the halfway line in Cody Jones. 8-5 Notre Dame with the ball and the 3-point lead. The shot, no good. Left it wide. Saints will restart it out of X. Jones, Corey Jones. You got Corey 21, Cody number 15. And here's Ben Gassman, 60 ground balls and 38 points. And a tremendous season for one of the top players in Division II play. Gassman will work it, trying to create some space, comes up with a soft left hand. Didn't get the angle on it he wanted because of the great defense by Brian Edwards. But the Saints will get another opportunity here. Loose ball out front. Will he pull the trigger? He will, and he's got it into the back of the net. Cody Jones scores for the second time. This one coming with 51 seconds left to go here in the third. 9-5 in favor of Notre Dame. Oro Valley trying to win this faceoff. Scooped up nicely by Kevin Kelly. 11 of the 15 faceoffs have belonged to the Wolverines. Broken up that cross-field pass. That was a fine play by Aaron over there on the far side, and the ground ball belongs to Manny Juarez. Wolverines, can they put up a point before we go to the fourth period? They trail now by 4. They have trailed by as many as 6. They're creating, but double team on the man with the ball almost resulted in a lost possession there. Collins, and that's it for the third. We're heading to the fourth period from Chaparral's Firebird Stadium. It's 9-5 Notre Dame.
Oro Valley Wolverines 5. Oro Valley Wolverines 5.
Well, Oro Valley got right back into this ball game, a 3-0 run that encompassed about 6.5 minutes there in that third period as Tom Carr looks on and hopes that his team will have a very strong fourth period of play. So here is the opening face-off to the fourth period of play. 9-5, Notre Dame leads it here. And Markowitz will control it for the Wolverines. A strong showing here on offense, I think, is going to be paramount to any success this team has. That almost went, as that shot was taken by Matt Carpenter, and the Saints will retain the possession. The Saints lead at 9-5 as we approach the 11-minute mark here in the fourth period of play. Jones with it. Picked up defensively by Kevin Kelly. What a job that this Notre Dame team has done. Physical play over there. Henkel getting the job done there for the Wolverines. But then coming out of the fray is Corey Jones. He had it for a moment, and it is Markowitz, the goalie. And a great pass, a great outlet there to Aaron Knoll. And he lost it, and the ground ball is picked up by Cody Jones. And here comes the Saints trying to add on to a 4-point lead. Fourth quarter action. They battle for the loose ground ball. Jones has it. He's going to take the shot, and it is Andrew Markowitz once again. Both goalies have made truly great plays here tonight. Long pass. Can they corral it? It is out of play. Just off the face of Chris Ginn. So Gassman trying to inbound it here or get it started again. Skylar Dowdle comes up with the ball from midfield and clears it into the box. And just that was kind of weird. He threw it right to McCloskey. I don't think he saw him standing there. And McCloskey with the clear. Back up to Gassman. Here's Gassman of the Saints. Threw it a little behind Corey Jones there, and the end result is going to be a turnover. Oh, what a menacing hit by Corey Jones on the far side. But Oro Valley retains the possession. Markowitz throws it, and the Saints had it for the moment. And now they will try to get it into their offensive half. Bailey Jones with a fine ground ball. Bailey Jones had some big-time plays in that first half on defense for Notre Dame. We're going to get a tripping on Weston Kimmel of the Wolverines, or are we going to get a timeout? It's a timeout. I thought they was going to get called for tripping, but with 9:24 left to go, we restart with 21 Corey Jones. Fourth quarter action. Division II state championship. Notre Dame got out to an early start right around the 10-minute mark in the first. A phenomenal play by Gassman, forcing the turnover, playing physical on defense, and then getting out. He got a support pass and then found Kofer with one of the most acrobatic shots I think we've seen this year. And Notre Dame has never looked back. Here's Kofer, and he's going to take it to the house. Connor's second of the night comes here in the fourth period with 8:42, extending the lead back to 5. They've led, Notre Dame has, by as many as 6 when they led 8-2 in the early stages of the third period. And here in the early stages of the fourth period, they have a 5-point lead. So the Wolverines have any chance to get back into this, they got to make things happen right here, right now. And this might be it, and it is. Chris Ginn with his second goal of the night. Could not have come at a better time, and it's 10-6 with 8:21 left to play. Face-off wins have been truly vital here for this Oro Valley team. And now here comes Notre Dame quickly out of the face-off win. Alexander Nethers, truly one of the most valuable players in Division II, at least on this team. Notre Dame trying to get the point back that they just gave up on defense. And Oro Valley is going to control this one. Sean Koenig, you can see why this young man had 112 ground balls this year. Tremendous stick ability. He takes the shot. He scored. He took it all the way, coast to coast, for the senior captain, Sean Koenig. 7:35 left to go, and it's a 3-point deficit again. This is a big face-off. Boy, what a tremendous play by Sean Koenig a moment ago. Another face-off win, 14-5 unofficially. And here comes Oro Valley trying to create on offense, led by 23, Skylar Dowdle. And then he gets hit and thrown to the ground. Trevor Reckel is going to be called for the infraction here. The Wolverines will have the possession. So here we go again. Can they cut it to a 2-point lead? They have trailed by as many as 6. They got it back to within 3 at 8-5 at the 3:30 mark in the third. But that is as close as they have come since it was a 2-0 or a 1-0 game back in the first. Friedrichs, great pass up ahead. Gassman, tremendous in open space. He's going to take the big left, and it was knocked away at the point of the shot And Coffer will restart it here for Notre Dame. Ground ball picked up, Mike Collins. He will shoot. He left it a little wide, and let's see if Oro Valley gets this one back. That could have went either way. So they're going to give it back to Notre Dame. So good hustle by Trevor Reckel. And right now, this is a point in the game where you got to make big plays. This is Cody Jones. Notre Dame leads by 3. He shoots, he scores. Cody Jones. Boy, that might be the dagger right in the heart of this Oro Valley team, and now they trail 11-7 with another big face-off coming up. They battle for the ball, and it's picked up. A face-off, a rare face-off victory here today. Matt Carpenter broken up on that. I don't know if that was a pass or shot by Alexander Nethers. And the crowd's starting to get into this game now. Good pass up ahead. Alexander Nethers takes the shot, and he's denied by Markowitz. And we got to stop and play here. Timeout, Oro Valley. The number 2 seed coming in, trailing by 4 with 5:12 left to play. All right, Markowitz will walk the ball up the field. Give it up to Robbie Emons, senior defenseman. Then over to the near side. This is Edwards. Edwards not afraid to shoot the ball. And then his pass to Collins. Collins looked away for a moment, and it's going to be a turnover. And here comes the Notre Dame prep, but then Bailey Jones on defense throws it away. Good defense, Wolverines. Outstanding ground ball, Robbie Emons. Well, let's see if the Wolverines can convert this into some points. Boy, he just lowered the boom, and now Emons and the crowd wants... They want blood, and they're going to get it. A little cross check there, or an illegal body check, one of the two. Shot taken by Notre Dame out of bounds. Markowitz has been busy here tonight, and he's played a good game, even though his team and the Wolverines have given up 11 goals, and with 4 minutes left to go here in regulation. 11-7 Notre Dame, and they may very well be on their way to their first championship. They have been in the state championships 3 of the last 4 years. They have appeared in 2 previous finals where they lost to Catalina Foothills last year 10-5. Markowitz with a great save on Alexander Nethers' shot. That was a tremendous play. And then in 2008, 3 years ago, they lost to Tanca Verde right here at Chaparral High School, 13-8. So Coach Protopopov has done a sensational job with this team. I think really you're looking at probably 2 of the finest Division II coaches here tonight, Tom Carr and, of course, Coach Nick over here with Notre Dame. Big possession here for the Wolverines. They trail by 4. Can they get back into this? Schuyler shoots, went top shelf, and he's got it. So Schuyler Dowdle scores his second of the night, and that puts them to within 3 with 3:02 left to go. Still enough time possibly to catch up. So it's 11-8, a 3-point lead now for Notre Dame, and this could not have come at a worse time. We got an unsportsmanlike conduct. And let's see if this is on Nethers. No, this is going against Cody Jones. So now an unreleasable penalty, and the Wolverines have a man advantage, and they're going to have a man advantage for a little while here. Even when they score, that is a non-releasable, so they're going to be in the man advantage for some time here. And now a golden opportunity to maybe get back into this ball game. They trail by 3 with under 3 minutes left to play. Good head fake, good stick fake, and the goal will count. Austin Smith draws his team to within 2 at 11-9. 2 minutes and 31 seconds left to play in regulation. Faceoff. What a huge face-off win that time for the Wolverines. Trailing by 2. 2.5 minutes left to play in this Division II state championship game. And still in the man advantage as they run the wheel play. Austin Smith with 2 goals here tonight. Dowdle with a couple. And another score, and it's a 1-point affair, Skylar Dowdle. Can you believe this comeback? And a huge, huge penalty by Cody Jones has opened up the floodgates. It is 11-10, and now it's anybody's ball game. Face off, and this is a big one. And the Wolverines are going to control it. But can they hold on to the ball? Great defense by Gassman. Zach Mastro with a big-time ground ball for the Notre Dame prep team, and now timeout on the field. Notre Dame wants to talk things over. We're under the 2-minute mark here in regulation. 1:48, 11-10, Notre Dame. The Wolverines trailed early in the second half, early in that third period by 6. They were down 10-5 with 8:42, but have scored 4 of the last 6 goals and now drawn back to within 1. Actually, they have scored 4 unanswered goals, 4 unanswered goals for the Wolverines. And now they have it in the offensive half with an opportunity to tie this game before we might be looking at some overtime here tonight, folks, in this Division II state championship game. Dowdle, who has scored 2 here in the 4th, making a 3rd. He's got the hat trick alone here in this 4th period. A tremendous clutch play, and one of the biggest clutch plays we have seen in recent Division II state championship play. It is tied at 11 apiece with 1:09 left to play here in the 4th. Another huge face-off. And who wants it? They battle at midfield. Boy, give some credit to Nick Clark out there. And timeout on the field. The Wolverines will have the possession. 11-11 tie, 52.8 left to play here. The Saints come back out onto the field after the timeout. We're tied at 11. The Saints led by 6 at the 10:22 mark in the 3rd. But Oro Valley and Tom Carr's team have that never say die attitude, and they have come back. They have scored 9 points here in the second half, and they have outscored Notre Dame here in the second half 9-3, and we are tied at 11 with 45 seconds left to play in regulation. If we go to overtime, it is a sudden death format. First team to score takes the title. The Wolverines with a chance, point-blank range. And it was Brian Edwards, and he couldn't get it to go, and it was Carter Freericks with a tremendous save, and I think he got a foot on it. Wolverines with another chance inside of 30 seconds. Dowdle, who has scored 3 times here in the 4th, and 4 goals overall. He loses it. Who's going to pick up this ground ball? They battle, they continue to battle, and it is Notre Dame. And a great job coming up from behind. Timeout. I thought maybe Justin Olson had forced a turnover. And no, that's the end of regulation. We are tied at 11 apiece. It got so loud here, I didn't hear the horn.
Overtime period.
So sudden death overtime in this Division II state championship game. This is the first time in Division II play that we've had an overtime in the championship game since 2006, when the Highland Hawks won that one in dramatic fashion, coming right off the face-off, the opening face-off of overtime. So the team captains are out there. Carter Friedrichs, the goalie. 21, Corey Jones. Number 3, Alex Nethers. Number 7, Ben Gassman. And it's Collins, Jen, Koenig, and Henkel for Oro Valley. Tom Carr, hands on knees. Got to be nervous over there. Vic Protopopov, I'm sure he's nervous too as he crosses his arms. And now we go to center, midfield here, I should say. And the face-off, Cody Jones for Notre Dame on the left, and on the right, Manny Juarez. And what a job they have done on these face-offs. Unofficially 16-7 on the face-offs, and Notre Dame gets this one when it counts the most here to start overtime. The first one who scores will take the title. And Notre Dame, with the possession coming off that face-off, will call timeout. Jeff Lowry with you from Chaparral High School. You're watching the 2011 Arizona Youth Lacrosse League's Division II state championship game. Oro Valley made it to the semifinals last year. We're in an 11-11 tie. Notre Dame, 3 finals appearance in the last 4 years, but looking for their first championship. Defeated Pinnacle last week, 13-3 at home in the semifinals to advance to this game. Oro Valley defeated the Vipers of Glendale to get here. Zach Mastro has not scored here tonight after scoring 44. Gassman shoots, and a great save by Andrew Markowitz. He saves the game for the moment. Second shot, it's no good. Again, it was Cody Jones. Dowdle, can he pick up the ground ball for the Wolverines? It's still loose and still in play. Officials conferring, and it is Oro Valley's ball. So Oro Valley on the restart. And it's in the face of number 50, Lucas Henkel. Quickly over to Emons. Emons has it broken up. Long stick defender, and he's going to be hit hard, that time by Ben Gassman. You don't want to be in a well, this is we got offsides. And so Notre Dame is going to have the ball, but we got a timeout. We'll sort it out here. I think Notre Dame is going to have the possession when we restart play. We are in overtime. No, Oro Valley's got it. My fault. And with a chance to win their first ever state championship, 11-11 here in overtime. The first to score takes the title. And now they're showing some patience here. Work it around. Jen back up top. Wolverines with plenty of time here. With a chance right of the crease, centered it. Oh my goodness! It might have been a championship saving play by Cody Jones on the shot by Brian Edwards. But Edwards was in a great position, and the Saints will have the ball. So now the Saints, if they can take care of it here, we got a loose ball. And Oro Valley's going to get it. And Emons just quickly clears it downfield, and it goes over the head of his intended target, Austin Smith. So that'll be a turnover, and Notre Dame will walk it up. both teams with a chance here, and this is going to be out of play. And the Wolverines will take over. So a couple of ill-advised passes here. This one going half the length of the field, and now the Wolverines in their offensive side. Great pass up front, broken up. Gassman with a big ground ball. Here comes Notre Dame. Here's Gassman. Now this guy's dangerous. They got to put a body on him. He's bringing it down. He shoots. It's off the iron. It hit the pipe. But they get the ball back on a great ground ball. Corey Jones, right of the crease. The shot, it's good. It's all over. It's all over. Connor Coper with a state championship game-winning shot here in overtime. Notre Dame's first ever state championship, a 12-11 thriller here in Scottsdale over the Wolverines of Tucson. What a finish here from Scottsdale's Chaparral Firebird Stadium. An unbelievable goal. Connor Copper scoring for the third time. And Notre Dame celebrates, and rightly so. They have won their first ever state championship at the Division II level. 12-11 is our final score. Stay with us for the presentation of the trophies and the most valuable player. It'll be interesting who they pick, because there were quite a few heroes in this game. A great season for Oro Valley. Our congratulations goes out to Tom Carr, not only on a great season and a great run for his senior class, but considering the fact that this team, just a couple of minutes into the second half, was down by 6 and trailed by 5 with 8:42 left to go in the fourth period. Made the comeback, scored 5 unanswered goals to tie it up, to send it into overtime, but then Kopfer comes through for the Notre Dame Saints with the big game-winning goal there at the end.
Head coach Tom Carr.
So Tom Carr accepting the runner-up trophy here, but still got to be extremely proud. Dowdle, what a second half this young man had. He had 4 goals in the game. And the newly crowned state champions here in Arizona are the Notre Dame Prep Saints. They will conclude a 13-1 season with a Division II title. This has been a presentation of APN Video Productions. Our website is apnvideo.com. And Coach Nick, a tremendous job, and congratulations to the Saints. This is Jeff Lowry saying so long from Chaparral's Firebird Stadium. Once again, Notre Dame, in their first championship in school history, wins it 12-11. So long, everybody. Jeff Lowry back here at the stadium. The most valuable player has been awarded to Connor Coper for his 3 goals and a tremendous job here tonight. Again, congratulations to the Saints, 2011 AYLL Division II champions.